Let us solve problems related to transformer. We have Ns, number of turns in secondary, Np, number of turns in primary, Vs, voltage in secondary or output voltage, Vp, voltage in primary or input voltage, and Ip, current in primary, Is, current in secondary are the terms used in the equations. The voltage in the secondary and primary will be in the same proportion. The voltage in the secondary and primary will be in the same proportion as that between the number of turns of the secondary and primary. That means Ns by Np equals Vs by Vp. If there is no loss of power from a transformer, the power in the primary and that in the secondary will be equal. We have power P equals Vi, therefore power in the primary Vp into Ip and power in the secondary Vs into Is. Therefore, Vp into Ip equals Vs into Is. Let us solve the equation. A transformer working on a 240 volt AC supplies a voltage of 8 volt to an electric bulb in the circuit. The number of turns in the primary coil is 4800. Calculate the number of turns in the secondary coil. In this problem, we have given a transformer working on a 240 volt AC. That means it is primary voltage or voltage in primary. That is Vp equals 240 volt AC. Supplies a voltage of 8 volt. That means Vs equals 8 volt. The number of turns in the primary is 4800. That means number of turns in the primary is 4800. What is the number of turns in the secondary? We have to find out number of turns in the secondary. From this equation, from this given data, we can understand that this is a step down transformer because Vp 240 volt, Vs 8 volt. Here decreases voltage. That means it is step down transformer. Then we have to find out Ns. Equation Ns by Np equals Vs by Vp. Ns by Np equals Vs by Vp. Apply the values. Ns by Np 4800 equals Vs 8 by Vp 240 volt. Ns equals 8 into 4800. 8 into 4800 by cross multiplying by 240. 0, 0 get cancelled. 24 into 2 times, therefore 20. Then we get 160. Ns equals 160. Let us check another problem. The input voltage of a transformer is 240 volt. There are 80 turns in the secondary and 800 turns in the primary coil. What is the second output voltage? ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് വോൾട്ടേജ് ഇൻപുട്ട് വോൾട്ടേജ് എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ആദ്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കുക, ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് വോൾട്ടേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വി എസ് ആണ് ആൻഡ് ഇൻപുട്ട് വോൾട്ടേജ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വി പി. വിച്ച് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോമർ ഈസ് ദിസ് എന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവിടെ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ടേൺസിനെയാണ്. നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ടേൺസ് ഇൻ പ്രൈമറി ആൻഡ് സെക്കൻഡറി. If number of turns in secondary is less, then it is step down transformer, and number of turns in secondary is more, then it is in step up transformer. Therefore here it is a step down transformer. Then we have the equation Vs by Vp equals Ns by Np. Apply the given data. Vs by Vp 240 volt equals 80 by 800. Vs equals 80, 240 here in division, therefore it is in multiplied by 80. 80 into 240 by 800. By reducing we get it is equal to 24 volt.